Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Utah Moses here for my 28th DVD and Blu-ray update. And I know that I made a mistake that my last one was the 28th, but this is for real this time. So let's begin. For DVDs, I have In the Mood for Love, the Criterion Edition, which is a Hong Kong foreign film about a couple who are becoming bored with each other, and they're living in an apartment building. So they decide to have an affair with the neighbor spouses that they've been living around with. Now, I heard a lot of good stuff about it, especially with the editing, with some mixed comments on it, like it's being wonderfully executed, or that it looks kinda choppy and cut away too quickly. But I'll have to watch it and find out for myself. And I had to special order this one just so that I could get it. So, with that said, let's move on. Next one is The Full Monty, which is about some unemployed steelworkers who form a striptease act, and the women encourage them to go to Full Monty, which means going completely naked. I was at the flea market, and I traded my old copy of Scream on DVD just to get this. And it was pretty hard to get rid of that movie, but hopefully I'll enjoy it. Next one is Black Book, the Paul Verhoeven film, which is about a Jewish woman in Nazi-occupied Netherlands who tries to help the Dutch resistance to fight off against the Germans and try to find the headquarters. Now, this is, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, the 8th foreign film that Paul Verhoeven has directed, and you may best know the director for making films like RoboCop and Total Recall, and this is a much more dramatic approach on films that he has made, and hopefully I'll be able to enjoy this as well. And I got this at the flea market as well for only $5 in a box of rare movies that this guy was giving away. So I just felt like picking it up. Now on to the Blu-rays. First one I got is Dragon Ball Z Season 1.2. And I finally decided to collect the Dragon Ball Z series on this format until I found out that Funimation has stopped producing these shows on this format just because profits aren't going so well, but I'll still collect this series after I get the first one. And the reason why I got the second one was because a lot more happens in this one, like Vegeta and Nappa comes to Earth and fight off against the Sea Warriors, and we see the Goku's Kaioken for the first time. And yeah, that's my reason. The special features on here suck. I'm not going to lie. All you get is the textless opening and ending to the episodes, and some character biopic, which isn't really worth getting into. Next one is Weeds Season 4. I'm really enjoying the show, like I told you before, and one brief trivia about it is that the actor Damien Blaige was his name. He was the actor who got nominated for an Oscar for the movie A Better Life. He plays the elected candidate of Mexico in this, which Mary Louise Parker dated, and I do like the cover of this. It's pretty sexy. Next one is My Week with Marilyn, the combo pack, and I really like this movie. It's a good film, although I kind of expected a bit more, but the title lives up to the movie, where it just tells you about Marilyn Monroe's trip to London and making the film with Laurence Olivier, played brilliantly by Kenneth Branagh, and they just tell you about the friendship between the two. And here's what's ironic about this, because Kenneth Branagh directed the remake of Sleuth, and Laurence Olivier, the real one, has starred in the original Sleuth, which is an interesting connection. And I thought at first that Michelle Williams was going to win the Oscar for Best Actress, but apparently Meryl Streep won over her for her performance in The Iron Lady. And after watching this film, I can kinda see why. Next one is The Dark Knight, the Blu-ray Steelbook. And I happened to pick this up at a pawn shop for only $12, and I know that I already have the Steelbook on DVD, and this is the same cover as it, but at least I get to watch this movie on a better quality now. Next one is The Blues Brothers, the 100th Anniversary Edition on Blu-ray Combo Pack, which is about the Blues Brothers, who's this singing act for a band that they used to play a long time ago. His brother, played by John Belushi, recently released from prison, and they decide to raise some money to try and win back the orphanage back from being torn down. And it's a really crazy movie, especially coming from the director of Animal House, John Landis. And I overall enjoyed this, and glad that I got it on this edition. Next one is Uncle Buck, starring John Candy as, well, Uncle Buck. And he plays out as a babysitter for his niece and cute little son, played by not Kieran Culkin, but, well, I don't know his name, but he is a Culkin. He was in Home Alone, by the way, and I felt like getting this because it was on pretty cheap for only $10 brand new, so I couldn't turn that down, and it was written and directed by John Hughes, so why not? Next one is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the David Fincher film, and I have to say that the Blu-ray treatment on this combo pack is perfection. All of the special features on here detailing the movie is very spot on and very informative, especially for the commentary track, which, by the way, I will listen to tonight. And I just got this yesterday for $16.50 brand new, and I really do like the cover to it, and it kind of resembles the work they did on The Social Network. And here's a funny thing about this, is that here's the sleeve that it comes in, but that isn't it. But the DVD that comes on it, it looks like a bent copy like the release on Borat, and how it looks like a burnt disc, and the name is written on a Sharpie pen, believe it or not. So yeah, I thought this was a great video treatment on this movie, and I really admire Rooney Mara's performance on this, and she will no longer be considered the Michael Cera on the girls' volleyball team, but rather a very respected actress. And last one is the Muppets Walmart exclusive combo pack, which was pretty expensive, I'm not going to lie. And I very much enjoyed the movie after watching it the first time, and I knew it was going to be great, because unlike the new Alvin and the Chipmunks or Smurfs, they use the same Muppets that they've been using for all the past years, and they don't really change the style and mood of the humor. It's very family-oriented, and they don't do much to modernize it, which I really like. And I do like these Muppet finger puppets that it comes with, which is pretty neat. So, that's all for my update. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back later. Until then, this is Utah Moses, signing out.